guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikey. You guys are rocking with me on Mikey's Intellectual Corner. On today's episode, we are diving back into the History Matters. This is, did ancient Rome and China know about each other? And without further ado, we're just going to dive right into it. So let's roll.
During the 2nd century AD, the known world, Americas, was flanked by two great empires. To the west sat the Roman Empire, and to the east lay the Han dynasty. Both of these powers sat at the end of the Silk Road trade route, which saw goods move mostly from China to Rome across continents. And both of these empires had a great deal in common. They were geographically large, they were run by emperors, they had professional armies, and they were plagued by their barbarian neighbours. This obviously raises the question, what did these two know about each other? Surely Rome and China had some idea of each other's existence and maintained some sort of contact.
Well, especially obviously if they had the Silk Road, for proverbially connecting their two empires. I'm sure there had to be millions, or well, not millions, but it's definitely thousands of travelers between the two.
So first of all, both the Roman Empire and Han China were aware of each other and both knew that the other was a great empire. The Chinese mostly knew Rome as Dakin, which means Great China, implying that China saw Rome as its equal on the other side of the world. And the Romans knew China by the name Serica, and much like how they saw everyone else, they saw them as utterly inferior. The most obvious contact they kept with each other was via trade, through India, the Persian Empire, or via the northern trade routes across the Black Sea. That's not to say it was all one way though. The Chinese imported a great deal from Rome, most notably glass. The Chinese court was stuffed with Roman luxury goods, and it was a mark of extreme wealth to own Roman glassware. And this is actual
kind of cool if you'd be able to find a whole bunch of artifacts from Rome and China to this day that probably haven't been discovered and stuff like that, that were on the route to trading and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Probably one of the reasons that the Roman Empire was often referred to as the treasure country by Chinese bureaucrats. As for the Roman idea of China, well, it was much less flattering. Partly due to Roman ideals surrounding Stoicism, the import of luxuries like silk and precious stones were seen as immoral and decadent. And given the Roman dislike for running a trade deficit, China was seen as a hostile empire even if it was a world away. And in fact, many Romans believed that it was Rome's fate to one day conquer China. Anyway, beyond economic ties, how did Rome...
I'm sure it was their fate to conquer the world in their eyes, so I mean, obviously.
Did Rome and China interact? Of the two great empires, China was the first to attempt to establish formal diplomatic contact, and this was when a man called Gan Ying was tasked with travelling to Rome. Now, he never actually got there, partially because it took years of travel time, and also because his travels took him through the Persian Empire, and the Persians told him how he would likely never return home if he attempted to reach Rome. As a result, he turned back, and the Persians gave a sigh of relief since they didn't want China and Rome to become friends. After Ying, the Han reported that an ambassador of King Andan, which is likely either Antoninus Pius or Marcus Aurelius Antoninus, arrived in China in 166 AD. However, the evidence of this is sketchy, and there's no certainty of whether or not the two held formal relations, and in fact these simply could have been traders. And so ultimately there isn't enough concrete evidence to assert that whether or not the two great empires made any sort of concerted effort to talk to one another. The Chinese certainly took a greater interest in the Romans than the Romans did in them, but this didn't mean that the Romans knew nothing of Han China. They knew it was a great empire of immense wealth whose exports affected both the Roman economy and also Roman morality. Whereas the Chinese knew that Rome was also a grand empire and a land of immense treasures. As such, we know that they certainly 100% knew of each other's existence and traded a great deal. I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. So yeah, definitely another great History Matters content. You know, at least a good subject. You know, a lot of people probably don't really think about these type of things and how huge empires that are literally worlds away really interacted with each other. But hey, again, thank you guys again for joining me on another episode of Mike's Intellectual Corner. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys when I see you. I'm out. Peace.